Hey, good evening, everybody, from the captain's quarters in Dallas, Pennsylvania. We have a great show for you tonight. We have a really exciting time ahead of us because we got a special guest who I'll announce in a minute. But for those of you who are coming in the first time for this, I'm Jared Samuel and my son EJ, who came up with this idea to have this sports podcast, and it's one of our favorite times of the year, high school football. And with a lot of our local teams doing well, we decided we want to do picks every week. And tonight we have a special guest, my best friend from work, Jason McManus, live on the phone from Mountaintop. How you doing tonight, Jay?
I'm doing fantastic. Jared, EJ, thanks for having me tonight. I'm super excited about joining this podcast on a weekly basis. But I think we're on to something big here. I think it's going to get bigger and better every week. And I just cannot wait to announce our big picks for this week. And I think high school football is such a huge thing in the Wyoming Valley and the Lackawanna County area that this is going to go big time. So let's get started. Let's get started with picking these games and let's get started here.
That's great. Yep. Awesome. Well, and I'll tell you what, when I saw this game pop up on the schedule this week, I said, wow, this is a very intriguing matchup. Scranton, fresh off a close loss to Valley West. They actually were winning that game, and Valley West took it to them later in the second half. Against Wilkes-Barre area, who lost a heartbreaker to your Crestwood Comets up there. So, Jay, you know what? Since you're the guest, we'll let you go first. Give us a few seconds on this game. What's your thoughts on Scranton at Wilkes-Barre?
Absolutely, Scranton. So, coached by Steve Sumbers. Again, you mentioned tough loss to WVW week 1. Great comeback by the Spartans. This is going to be a huge game for Wilkes-Barre area, the Wolfpack. And I think the Pack is going to be howling in this game. It's going to start early. The fans, the tailgating. It's a big moment for the Wilkes-Barre area.
Yeah.
And I think Wilkes-Barre gets it done, and Chambers goes home 0-2, and Wilkes-Barre City is going to party all night long. So
I agree.
I'm going with the Wolfpack 34-12 in this game.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. You gave us some good scouting from this game when you were at the Crestwood Wilkes-Barre area game and told us how fast these guys look. Tell you what, we know Wilkes-Barre's pretty well coached too. So I got to go with you. I think Wilkes-Barre does get it done. I think it's a 28-14 Wilkes-Barre win. What do you think, EJ?
I think that Wilkes-Barre's got this game too, but I would not sleep on the Scranton Knights. As much as Jason thinks that it's going to be a big run, I think it'll be a little bit closer, but it will be pretty much of a sizable margin at the same time. So I'm saying something like about a 17-12 or something like that. There's going to be a few points in between, but not that much.
Interesting.
Because I think Scranton needs something to wake up to. They lost to Valley West, and it's like, okay, we lost opening day. Let's get going. Come on.
He's got a good point, Jason. You know what?
Listen, you watch this Wolfpack. They're fast. They're electric. They've got skilled players. Once the coach figures out where these players need to be and how to utilize them, I want you to keep an eye on one player, number 43. He's going to remind you of a former Penn State linebacker, Paul Puzlesny.
Okay.
Player.
Yeah.
Exciting to watch. He is all over the field, and I cannot wait to watch this kid play again this week. He's going to be fantastic.
I think we're about 6 minutes in, and we have our first Penn State reference by Jason. So, yay, we can tell where this one's going. I want one last word on this game, just quickly. This is one of those games again where unfamiliarity between the Lackawanna Valley Conference versus Wyoming Valley Conference hurts. It could be a bit of a closer game. It might be a one-touchdown game, but I do think Wilkes-Barre gets it. Okay, cool. So great. Next game. EJ, why don't you take this one? We're talking about Abington Heights. Fresh off, Jason, what we saw was kind of a close loss to Berwick. Abington's better than we thought they were. Up against Valley View, who is the class of the area, really. What's your thoughts, EJ?
Well, me and my father, we went to go see Abington Heights play their first game of the season last week. We were at Abington. They played Berwick. Now you could say 28-6 is not a close game. Here's why it was, and here's why I think Abington is going to be a good contender. Although I think Valley View wins this game, Berwick is one of those teams that they've produced. They are known. They are a football school. That if anything pops up when it comes down to Berwick, people here in NEPA, and you can back me up on this, Dad and Jason. If you think Berwick, the first thing that pops into your mind is football.
Football mill.
So
yep.
so
No,
Abington.
I'm going with Hurst potato chips and George Curry.
Yeah.
Nice.
So and Abington has been terrible the past few years. So the fact that they held on that much shows me that they're making an effort. Valley View, amazing. Valley View wins this game, but wouldn't surprise me if Abington puts points up on them too. I think Valley View wins this game though, 35-3 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's jitters.
So AJ, when you say they're putting up points, you're talking minimal points, right? You're not talking like Abington's going to light the world on fire, right? I mean, we're talking about Valley View Cougars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I'll tell you what. I'll be honest with you, Jay.
Valley View lost a lot of people though.
I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. Abington.
Just reloads.
Yeah, well, I get it. These teams are a bit more familiar with each other, number one.
Yeah, they play a lot.
They do. They play a lot. And they're real close. So they know each other well. Number two, Abington's defense, pretty good. Pretty good. I got to say, where they blew the game last week, and we did a live cast at halftime, man, the special play, the snaps and stuff
They
like
need
that.
to kick.
They need to learn how to kick.
They could have put
and they
10
need to
points.
learn how to snap. Their specialist is what was hurting them. They were in that game.
Listen,
Honestly, they could have won it.
Abingtonites are still looking to lose from last week. The
I agree.
Cougars stay number one in this week's poll. Valley View 44, Abington Heights 6. This game's not even going to be close. Coach
I agree.
Hornets is going to have this team rolling.
I think it's.
Abington Heights goes to 0-2 really quick.
I agree. They're going to go 0-2.
Wouldn't sleep on them though.
I would. I'm going to tell you.
I'm going to sleep on this game. I'm going night-nights.
No. I'm not. It's not what he's really saying.
We're talking as a team.
He's saying don't sleep on them the rest of the season. I don't think there's
They
a
at
way.
least-
I don't think there's a way that Valley View loses this game.
You can't.
I'm sorry. I don't care if they lose their first three quarterbacks in the game. They're not going to lose this game.
Yeah.
What I'm saying though is
This game's a snoozer.
it is a snoozer. But I'm going to tell you right now, this will be 2 games in a row. Watch it. Abington Heights, up and coming program. I'm telling you. I'm going to say Valley View. Wins this game 38-7. That's my call on it.
One
Next
last thing.
Yeah.
Though, for in Abington's defense, you cannot justify going. You can't, or well, you played Berwick and Valley View in the first 2 weeks. You can't expect to be like really
Yeah.
good.
Tough start.
Strength
Yeah.
of schedule,
I agree.
Abington has to have one of the toughest schedules the first 2 weeks.
They do.
Yeah.
No question. Next game, Susquehanna at Lackawanna Trail. I'm gonna tell you something. I'll go first in this game, and we'll start moving a little quicker here because we've gotten some of the big ones out of the way. Trail loses a tough game last week to Northwest, and surprisingly, really surprisingly,
Yes.
I think
State
we all
runner-up.
picked, state runner-up, and I think we all picked Trail last week.
Yes.
But I think here's the thing. I think Trail bounces back quickly, and they're gonna win 33-7. Over
So I gotta
Susquehanna.
ask-
I don't
I
think
gotta ask
Susquehanna's going to
you a
even get in
question.
it. Go ahead, Jay.
Where's the question? What do you think Steve Jervis did in his locker room and the practices this week at the Lackawanna Trail? How do you think those practices went this week?
Oh, I think they went real rough, and I think that head coach is a little hoarse right now, if you know what I mean.
Reminds me of the Herb Brooks when they tied the team from Poland or whatever
Oh,
in the first
yes.
game, and he makes them
Yes.
skate back and forth. That's what practice was like.
Yes,
Listen,
gassers.
This is a bad Sabres team this year. They're young. They're single A. Trail is as well. Trail, a much better team. Trail 37-8. Steve Jervis gets his program on a winning note.
I think so too. EJ, what do you think?
They go down the winning trail this week.
You're funny.
Huh. Oh, okay. So, Trail's got this game. It's not a question. I'm gonna say this is gonna be a game of like 28-7 or something like that. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of scoring until we get down into the bottom of this list.
All right. I think you're probably right. All right, next game. Interesting game, Jason. I'm going to you first.
I gotta tell you,
What a game.
When I looked at this game tonight, did a little bit of homework here, I was like, man, Lake Lehman shocked me last week losing as bad as they did.
Yep.
And then I think to myself, the Lakeland Chiefs, the Chief Wahoos,
Yep.
Jerry Gilski coaching Lake Lehman. I hate to do it to a good program and a friend I like up there, an assistant coach, Brian McDermott, who's in his very last year coaching at Lake Lehman, being an assistant coach, coached football for many years at Hanover. I gotta say, they're gonna start off 0-2.
Yeah, I think so
This
too.
Lehman team is not that good, and this Lakeland team, I think, is for real this year.
Yep.
I'm going 22-16. The Chief Wahoos are gonna pull it out. Lake Lehman 0-2.
Yeah, let me tell you what. I think Lake Lehman's reeling a little bit last week. I think that second half went really poorly against Western Wayne. And I'm going to tell you right now, I think Lakeland gets it done on the road at Lake Lehman, 28-14. What do you think, EJ?
We've been thinking a lot differently, Jason, but I don't mean to scare you, and I was not in your brain at all, but I was also thinking the same exact score, 22-16, and I also think Lehman's losing.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Good call.
That was weird.
All right. Next game, EJ. Hanover area. Impressive last week against a really good team. Oh, come on.
They beat Athens. I
Dude.
mean, that's admirable.
Give
they
me a break.
won in the first time in a
Hey,
while.
listen. This is the first time in a long time Hanover's won even a game, dude.
I
Impressive of a win over Athens, who shellacked them last year horribly, against Old Forge, who is really loaded. EJ, what do you think? At Old Forge.
Oh, so it's at Old Forge. Hanover, they beat Athens 33-22, I believe. I believe that game was.
I think it was a higher score than that.
I think it was something like that. But anyway, Old Forge in the last game destroyed Carbondale area. What was it? 46-0.
Wow.
So
Carbondale, man.
Yeah. So, and this is at Old Forge. Old Forge has been ranked great. Hanover, it's took them a while to win a game, and I hate to bust the bubble, but Old Forge, bro.
Yeah.
Old Forge is gonna win that game.
Yeah, they're strong.
It's at Old Forge, and I mean, I hate to say it to the Hanover kids because they've been through a lot, but I gotta give it to Old Forge, and it's not gonna be really close either. It's gonna be a 42 to maybe even 3-0, something like that.
I've got
42 something.
Listen, I've got Old Forge 48-7. Jason, what do you got?
Listen, hail to thee, my alma mater. Hail, hail, Hanover. Hanover does not get it done this week. Ricky Hummer goes to 1-1 at Hanover area. They are still partying after their first win this past
Yes.
week. They're going to be known as Hangover, and that's going to be the headline in the paper. Mr. George at quarterback, good kid, great family. Not going to be able to compete well against Old Forge. Great, well coached by Mike Schuback there at Old Forge. Listen, we know there's two things at Old Forge that they know well. Number one, it's pizza.
Yep.
And number two, it's football.
Yes.
So they're going to get it done in a big way this week. Old Forge goes down. Game's over early. It's 41-7 and another snoozer.
Yep, I agree.
The good news is they can go get some good pizza at Ravello's right behind the stadium.
Nice.
The Barstool guy was there. He was there.
Yeah, he was. Mike
Portnoy.
Yeah.
Sponsor us, Barstool.
Yeah, there you go. So, Jason, I'll go back to you quickly on this one because you may have some inside information that we don't have.
So
Carbondale at Riverside.
Carbondale at Riverside. So
yeah.
I have close ties to Riverside, of course. Coaching in that program there for over a decade. 7 years with Coach Digwood. I tell you what, Riverside's got a really exciting program this year. Coached by Ben Thomas. I want you to remember one name, Johnny Gilchrist. Last week, he aired it out over 330 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Yep.
How about that for some fantasy points?
Big time.
He gets it done even bigger. This week he's crossing the same kind of goal line, man. He's going to go for 5 touchdowns and over 400 yards this week against a weak Carbondale team. It's Riverside early. It's Riverside all game long. It's going to be a blowout, 31-6. Riverside gets the job done.
Nice. Yeah, hard to disagree with it. Hard to disagree with it. I'm thinking the 35-7 Riverside. It's just, you're right. They're just too much. They're just too much. EJ, what do you got?
Remember when I said there's going to be a lot of scoring? Yeah, this is where that happens. Riverside 49, Carbondale area, Goose Egg.
Oh boy, oh boy, dude.
I had to do it.
Mercy rule.
Yeah.
EJ, when do you predict in the mercy rule? Halftime? Before?
Yeah.
I know, but let me tell you something. I like Riverside, what they're doing. I really do. And they're playing Carbondale. Carbondale's coming off of a loss. They got smoked last week by Old Forge. And what else? What? They obviously have shown that they are playing some sloppy football right now. And it's not like they're getting any easier. They're playing Riverside after coming off of Old Forge. Yeah. What are they going to do?
Listen, I'll tell you what. In a few weeks, you got a very big matchup coming up that happens every single year.
Mm-hmm.
It's the backyard battle between Old Forge and Riverside.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be good.
It would be fantastic. It would be fantastic if both those teams go into that game undefeated.
That would be fantastic.
Dude.
Well,
happens,
too bad Dallas can't do that
If that
now.
happens,
Yep.
this podcast is coming to you live from Old Forge or Taylor. I'm not sure where that game's at right now.
Will that be a Saturday game, you think?
No, Friday night game.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. Going to be hard because I'm going to tell you right now.
You guys got the band, that's right.
Whoa, hey, dude. We got the old shoe game that weekend, so
Okay.
Yeah, no, Dallas
we'll
Lehman.
have to see. Yeah, that's gonna be a
Lehman
that's
usually
gonna be a
comes
big
around
one.
for that, but yeah, no.
Tell you what, Lehman could be winless and come into Dallas
And
and
they
shut us out. That's how crazy those games are. You just never know what's gonna happen.
Next game, though.
Okay, next game. I'll get this one.
I like this one.
Tunkhannock
Mm.
at Nanticoke area. So, interesting. Nanticoke, we all called last week and said, oh, they're going to beat Pittston.
Nope.
Wrong.
Very wrong.
Wrong. And here's the thing. Tunkhannock, I kind of was watching that game last week against Dallas, and it was like there's two different teams. Okay? So, I'm gonna say this. I think this is a really close game. Okay, I think it's a really close game.
I do as well.
I think Tunkhannock came out of that game pretty much unscathed last week. Not much going on injury-wise. I think they learned a lot by playing a tough team, Dallas tough. I think they learned a lot. I think they're going to go down to Nanticoke, and I think they are going to lead that game late, and they are going to lose 21-20 at Nanticoke. It's going to be a tough one. But I think they're going to be 0-2. I think Nanticoke gets it done at home.
I do too, Jared. I think Nanticoke gets it done at home. Again, I think it's going to be a close game as well. But I think the Trojans get a win here on their home turf.
Yep.
Football Friday night in Nanticoke is a big thing. They're going to have a nice-sized crowd. The Tigers, they're going to be close. But again, these are two programs that are not very good again this year.
Yeah.
There's going to be a battle between them two. I think there's going to be a lot of mistakes in this game. I think whoever makes the least amount of mistakes win this game.
Yep,
and they
I
win
agree.
it late with the last mistake.
I agree. And I'm going to give a shout-out to our pal Colin Cachetis, running back for Nanticoke area.
Yep.
Good luck,
Hi,
Colin. Go get him, buddy. We love you. EJ, just real quickly call a score, and then I'm going to have you take the next game. What do you think the score?
12-6 Tunkhannock.
12-6 Tunkhannock. Wow.
Low-scoring game. Because
Yeah.
obviously, I mean, if it's they play similar. I mean, what we saw from Nanticoke last term and what we saw from Tunkhannock this year. If they play the same way, I mean, it should be a cancel out. And
I agree. Jason, I think he's right.
Kickers weren't really good.
He may be on something there too. It's close. Both teams are similar. They probably
There's
know
more
each other
scoring.
well.
There's more scoring in my prediction, so
Okay.
I'm not trying to be boring.
Next game, Delaware Valley at West Scranton.
I love this game.
It's a good game. I love this game too. I do. EJ, go for it.
I think West Scranton bounces back and beats Delaware Valley.
Yeah. What do you think score wise?
28-13.
28-13.
28-13.
I'm gonna go
Because I like their quarterback. West Scranton's quarterback, I like him. I really do.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. I think I think West Scranton gets it done as well. It's gonna be really close. I'm gonna say. Wow. I'm going to say 28-24 West Scranton. Jason.
Oh.
You know, I'm going the opposite direction here. I think the
Yeah.
Delaware Valley's team is going to be bigger and stronger and faster. Bigger, better, faster, stronger.
Kanye West.
What,
Nice.
Captain Marvel or what?
Both teams are 0-1 here. This is going to be a great game. I
Yes.
think this is one of the best matchups of this week.
This is a big game.
The next game after this is another really great game to
Yeah,
maybe go
yeah.
see. But this game comes right down the wire. I think Del Val, well coached by a former Penn State player,
Here we
gets
go.
the job done here. The Invaders are going to be relegated to the Space Invaders. You're going back to space. They're losing this game at a tight one, 28-27.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
That's gonna be a good game. All right, I call this one Western Wayne at North Pocono, and
Wow.
boy, I'll tell you what, I want to say North Pocono is gonna do well, but I gotta say Western Wayne really good, man.
Yeah.
We're really good. So I'm gonna say Western Wayne 35, North Pocono 17. Jason.
Listen, I'm a big fan of the Wildcat. Huge fan of the Wildcat. In fact, I wear the jersey from time to time.
Yep.
And I tend to be that kind of a mascot from time to time. You got to think about what this program is. This Western Wayne program is a combination of schools
Yep,
that combines their sports programs.
it's true.
And this program, these boys, they're out back at night, baling hay. They're out in the barn every single night lifting weights. These boys come to play. They're corn-fed boys.
This is very
they're
true.
farmers. These boys are huge.
Yep.
The
They're-
Trojans, I couldn't go with 2 Trojan victories this week. The North Pocono Trojans are taking a loss this week. I think Western Wayne runs all over this team and pushes them into the ground. I think North Pocono doesn't deserve to be where they're ranked, number 5, going into this
Yeah.
week. They fall a lot this week.
Yep.
North Pocono loses in a big way. I have Western Wayne winning this game 42-13.
Nice. EJ, what's your score prediction? And then you're going to go with the next one.
I'm thinking something like 45. But for Western Wayne, they're obviously going to win this game. North Pocono's not going to get 13 points, I don't think so.
Wow. 45-7.
7.
Yep.
Yeah, 7.
Okay. Here's the personal game.
Mm.
Crestwood at Dallas. EJ, start us off.
Get your tissues ready. It's gonna be something like this. It's gonna go first quarter. It's gonna be like 14-0 Dallas. Second quarter, it's gonna be maybe 21-0 Dallas, and then it's gonna be like 21-3 at the end of the third quarter. And then the fourth quarter, guess what? It's gonna be something like 35-10 or something like that. Because I think that although Crestwood did okay, and they got really, really lucky last week.
Extremely lucky.
They got extremely lucky last week.
Wow.
They played hard, though. They had a lot of heart.
Yeah.
You have to have heart to win close games like that.
You
An
do.
overtime
You
game
do.
and with
I
the
gotta
miss
give them
kick
credit.
and yeah,
I gotta give them credit. They did.
it's hard.
But I think that they take 2 losses in a row, one to Wilkes-Barre, and then they're gonna take one at Dallas.
Well, they didn't lose Wilkes-Barre. They won.
Or they won last
They
week.
won.
Hey,
Wilkes-Barre will tell you they won this game.
Listen, that's how highly he thinks of Crestwood right now. So
listen,
just,
I really,
there you go.
yeah, I just don't think Crestwood's gonna get it done. Maybe halfway through the season they start going off, but right now I just don't see it.
Yeah.
I watched some of the film from the games because I was watching the highlights on the WNEP, and I saw it and I was like, what is going on? What happened to Crestwood, bro? Like last year, we beat them at Crestwood, but they were doing okay. I don't know how they won that game last week. I really don't. So they're gonna come to Dallas and it's gonna be a whooping, and they're gonna need to wake up really, really soon.
What's your final score?
35-10, something like that.
35-10. Okay. 35-10. Not something like that. 35-10. Quickly, Jay, I'm just going to say this. Dallas wins it. Now, I don't think it's that big of a blowout. I remember the game last year up at your place, and I also remember that Crestwood won last week and had to deal with a fast team. I don't think Dallas is as fast. I think our defense is better than Wilkes-Barre's is. And I think that Dallas gets it done, but I think it's going to be a 35-21 game. I think it's going to be a little closer, and you're going to walk away from the game going, Dallas won, but, like, did they really, really win, like, that big? That's how I feel about it, 35-21 Dallas. What's your call, Jay?
Listen, I've been sitting there listening to you guys, blah, 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 blah. Talking down on Crestwood.
I didn't. Whoa, time out. I didn't. I didn't talk him down.
He did, and I did.
Listen, I agree with you guys.
You weren't leaving.
This game's over early. Crestwood doesn't even know which bus company they're taking.
We were just talking about that.
They don't know if they're taking G. Davis Bus Company or if they're taking Reinheimer Bus Company. So they have problems right from the beginning, even before they get on the bus. They're going to get off the bus confused, and Dallas pushes them all over the field. It's over early. We're going to sit back and enjoy the bands from the two teams.
Absolutely. I was just going to say, the bands will be more exciting than the game. There you go.
It's going to be 49-14 Dallas. Listen.
Lenny Kelly, 2 touchdowns.
The new coach, Crestwood, doing a great job, pulling the community together. Dallas just has too much.
Yeah.
They've got too much firepower this year. They're better defense, as you mentioned, Jared.
Yeah.
Crestwood has a lot of nice weapons. They'll run the ball well tomorrow, but we saw some mistakes last week that's going to cause problems this week in the Dallas Mountaineer game.
Yep.
I think Dallas, you might even see them. They have turf this year, right? They don't have grass, correct?
We've had turf for a few years now, yeah.
Yeah, so they can't grow the grass high and think that rocket issue.
Ha 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 ha, yeah.
But, you know, they can't get the job done that way, but they don't have to worry about slowing down Crestwood because their defense is that good. It's a blowout early. And, you know, we'll fellowship and have a good time. But
nice. Yeah, we will.
We should be going live at that game tomorrow.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, heads up, we're probably going to go live with our guest here at halftime of this game. So stay tuned. We'll be on Facebook Live. Tomorrow night, probably 8:15. We'll wait until after the Crestwood band's off the field because we love the bands. So listen, this next 2 games we want to do quickly because we want to talk about the 2 of the last 3 for a bit. Dunmore at Mid Valley. Jay, how do you call that one quickly?
Yeah, let's call it on quickly here. Dunmore gets the job done here under coach Kevin McHale. No way Dunmore starts 0-2. Mid Valley weak program. Dunmore early and often 49-6.
Yeah, I think so too. Dunmore hung in there against Scranton Prep last week, who is a class program. Let me tell you, they are good, and just could not hang on against Prep last week. But they're good. Dunmore is a good team. I think they get it done against Mid Valley. I'm going to say 42-7 Dunmore. EJ.
Last week, Dunmore lost to Scranton Prep 28-17. But me and my father, we were listening to the game, and Dunmore was in that game.
They were in that game in the last 5 minutes of the game.
And that just goes to show.
Yep.
One small mistake could cost you a lot.
Yep, that's right.
So anyway, Dunmore Mid Valley. Mid Valley's very weak. Very, very weak.
Yep, and we're going to talk about that again in a minute. Go ahead.
So, yeah, I don't see how Dunmore goes off 0-2. Dunmore will win this game, and I'm saying like it's probably going to be a shutout. It's going to be big. Like it's going to be 35-0 or something like
Very
that.
Very good. Next game, Hazleton lost to Pottsville at Wyoming Valley West, who got a win against Scranton last week. Jason, call that one quick.
Hey, listen, Pat Keating gets the job done again in week 2 here. Wyoming Valley West Spartans go to 2-0. Hazleton, 1,100 incoming freshmen. They can't get the talent on the field that they need. These Hazleton boys from other areas don't come out to play football. I don't know if they're scared or what. That's my challenge to Hazleton. Get on the football field. Fill these athletic teams. It's Wyoming Valley West 34-15.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit closer than that, maybe. I'm going to say 35-21 Valley West, but I agree with you. Hazleton, time to show up to games. Get some kids on that team. Let's go. Man, that's a big school. EJ, what do you got?
Well, I think that Valley West gets it done again. 2-0. It's not going to last.
No,
Valley
it's
West
not.
is on a win streak, though. And I think they continue. They're going to beat Hazleton. Hazleton I'm kind of disappointed in Hazleton, honestly. I mean, they're a big school. They did
let's
have.
be honest, everyone's disappointed in Hazleton.
Yes.
They're a big
I'm
school.
not just talking about football. Everyone's disappointed in Hazleton.
No question.
No.
No question.
I'm not even only disappointed in the school. I'm disappointed in the school, the city, because I tried to drive through that. We've tried to drive through that city before. It's bad. Just everything about Hazleton, I just don't like it at this point. Hazleton's football team, especially though. I mean, I don't see anything. I hope though. I just want to say it now. I want it on camera. I hope that Hazleton does something.
I
good
agree.
in the future, because
I
I mean,
agree.
poor kids. I mean, you can't throw it on
Hey,
everybody.
listen,
But like,
I hope to
not
someday
now.
I hope to someday have on this podcast
Huh?
Hazleton area head baseball coach,
Yeah. Okay.
former major leaguer, third baseman in the Tampa Bay Rays system. We need to get him on the show.
Okay.
Amazing guy.
All right.
Amazing guy.
We'll let's work on that.
Yes.
All right.
Here's what we want to talk.
Score, please.
Something. 21-3, 21-7.
21-7 Valley West. Okay. Next two games.
It'd be like elephant.
Big ones. Wallenpaupack at Honesdale. Jay, go.
I'm going to go with the home team in this game. I think it's a close game. I love this matchup up there in the northern tier. I think this is a great game. I think it's going to be a scoring slugfest. I'm going to go 38-28. Hornets get the win over a larger score in Wallenpaupack. I like Honesdale in this game.
Yeah, I do too. You know what? We had Honesdale last year in the playoffs, and honestly, they impressed me. They support that program. They're out there. It's a tough place to play, I'm sure, because the whole town comes out to those games. Man, they read you right out.
All they have.
So yeah, I agree. Wallenpaupack, not bad, but Honesdale gets it done. Honesdale gets it done. I say 42-21 Honesdale. EJ.
Yeah, this is going to be a slugfest. We saw what Honesdale did in the playoff game, and I would say they are pretty solid. Now, if they play like that again, they should have a little bit of a challenge when they play the Pack. But I think the Pack comes in. You guys are both gonna. I'm going against you guys here. I say the Pack comes in and wins this game. It's going to be a it's going to be a slugfest, and this is going to be one of those crazy, crazy games. Like it's going to be a roller coaster, back and forth.
Yep.
But I think.
Absolutely.
Yep, I agree.
I'm calling it right now. Honesdale makes one small mistake. I mean, like this game is so close, and Honesdale makes one small mistake. Maybe a fumble, maybe an interception, maybe something stupid. Maybe even be a penalty that puts Wallenpaupack up a few yards to let them score. But I think Wallenpaupack wins this game in a nail-biter. And I'm going to say 42-35.
Nice.
That's what I am saying.
Nice.
It's going to be a touchdown, something like that.
Guys, I'm going to skip the next game because I want to do that one last because honestly I feel that's the game of the week.
Yeah.
Let's do Northwest area at Holy Redeemer. Jason, going to go to you.
Listen, Northwest got a fantastic win last week. The Rangers, I think the Rangers stay hot this week. There's not enough holy water that can be thrown on this Holy Redeemer football program right now. They go down early. Northwest Rangers run all over this team. It's not even close. It's 35-8, and the Rangers go to 2-0.
Nice. EJ, what do you think about Northwest at Holy Redeemer?
Holy Redeemer was terrible. They didn't even have a first game because Holy Cross didn't even have a football team. And Holy Redeemer is terrible. So, you put good because I mean, let's just be honest. They look good. I mean, they beat Lackawanna Trail and whatever. So, I mean, you put good against terrible. What do you think's going to happen? I mean, I'm talking 40. I'm talking they put 42 points up on these guys. It's going to be 42-3, 42-6, something like that. Holy Redeemer's so bad.
So he says 42-6. I am going to say Northwest definitely gets it done. It's going to be a 35-7 game. Northwest wins it. Guys, I'm sorry to say, this last game is the game of the week. And I'm going to tell you why. You got two state-ranked schools and good programs in the area going at it.
well-coached teams.
Yes, well, definitely well-coached teams that I think all of us have seen plenty of. Um, I am going to say, EJ, you go first. This is Wyoming area at Scranton Prep. I just want to shout this out real quick. We will be in attendance at this game up at Scranton Stadium on Saturday afternoon, and we'll be going live at halftime via Facebook Live.
Wow.
Yes.
I will be rooting for Scranton Prep.
Go ahead and call the game.
Oh, so Scranton Prep got off pretty easily in the fourth quarter of the game.
They did against Dunmore.
Dunmore, and they beat them by 2 scores, and they were getting all that they were reading on defense. They got interceptions. I mean, Dunmore's quarterback, look what he did last year. He's not a guy to throw interceptions, and Scranton Prep was just right there.
That's a program.
Their offense does work, but you know what does the most work? Their defense, and that's what I like about Scranton Prep. I'm not a fan of both of them when it comes down to me being a student at Dallas, because they give us issues all the time. But let me tell you something. I like Scranton Prep in this game. Wyoming area is going to come in this game, and they're going to have one thing on the mind. Score early. Get a lead early. Because every single time I have ever seen Scranton Prep play, they play football, whatever, first, second quarter, but the second half is they come out and they beat you into the field.
Yeah, it's a well-coached team. That's why.
It's let's play nice and calm, and then all of a sudden, hurricane, let's send hail and lightning, and let's, destroy people. It's like a crusade. It's insane. So, I think that Scranton Prep wins this game. And I think it's going to be a 28-24 game, because Wyoming area is going to come out, try and score an early, and they're going to do so. But in the second half, you can't outdo Scranton Prep. You just can't.
So 28-24 Scranton Prep.
28-24. Yeah,
Jason.
So listen, Scranton Prep, coached by Nick Donato. Great team. This team has the big uglies. Connor James, senior, 6'1", 250. Joey Cholish, senior, 6'2", 253. Rainer Lowe, senior, 6'3", 245. Catching a theme here?
Yep.
Jonathan Avila, 6 foot tall, 215, senior. Yep. Another senior, Jake Abley, 5'11", 210. These are the big uglies up front. They can get the job done. However, big uglies can get tired later in the game. I think Wyoming area is going to be too quick for this team. I think Coach Randy Spencer has this team ready to play the Preppers. I think the Warriors are going to come out and surprise this team and win the game actually quite handily, 32-13.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a wake-up call for the Lackawanna and Wyoming Valley conferences about who is the class of football in this area. Wyoming area, I'm saying right now, Wyoming area has a very good chance to go undefeated this year. If they don't, this will be the game they lose. However, I think they get the job done.
Yep. Well, I'm going to strongly disagree with you. I think Scranton Prep wins this game. I think that Wyoming area, I don't like them. And I'm going to go up and enjoy, hopefully, seeing Scranton Prep beat them. I've seen Scranton Prep. That's a program.
It is
okay, that's a program. Period.
We talk about football
I think they're ready. I think they're ready. I think they handled Dunmore last week. They kept the game close and handled them when it mattered. I think that if you think that there was yelling going on at some other teams like Lackawanna Trail, I think there was a heck of a lot of yelling going on at Scranton Prep, because they're saying, hey, we almost lost that game. We should have beat those guys. Even though Dunmore is state ranked, we should have beat those guys easily. I think Prep gets it done. I think it will be a closer game. I do think it's going to be a high-scoring game, though. I believe it is a 35-31 win for Scranton Prep. So that is that. Some all-over-the-place games here, and wow, great show. Great show. Love it. again, I just
Awesome
want to.
job. Yeah, I think this podcast, great times. I think high school football in this area is loved by many.
Oh
And
yes,
I
yes.
think each week we're going to have more and more viewers. And we're going to do some exciting things and start inviting some, football coaches to join our podcast as well and give their insight and their take. And we'll have some special guests. It's going to be
Yes.
fun.
Yep. We're gonna start looking into some stuff like that. That sounds great. Um, Jay, really appreciate you taking some time out and joining us tonight to do this. And
Listen, EJ, Jared, it's been my pleasure. I'm looking forward to it again next week.
absolutely. Listen, just a shout out to everybody. Tell everyone about us.
Yeah.
We're here. We're here. We're not just gonna do a regular scheduled show on Thursday evenings, which I think is where we're gonna settle in. We're
Yeah.
gonna send out a schedule shortly, but we're gonna start really getting into some things. We're gonna be doing an NFL preview show, season preview. That's coming up real soon. We're gonna do a pennant race, an MLB pennant race show. We're gonna do an NHL season preview. We have a very
Yes.
special guest for that one. Boy, you're gonna love that.
My favorite sport.
Can't wait for that. That's exciting. Hey, it's what gets us through the winter
I'm
after
excited.
football, man. Cannot
oh, yeah,
wait.
No.
Cannot wait
Totally
for it.
does.
Just what an exciting time to be a sport fan. And we're also gonna throw some things out there. So watch our Facebook page, and watch for our schedule. And from the captain's quarters in Dallas, I want to say good night to everybody, and get out there and enjoy some high school football this weekend. The weather's going to be gorgeous. Have a great one.
Take care, everyone.